All right. Study guide for Chapter 6, Algebra 2. Determine which binomial factor is a factor of the following. You'll need to put this in your calculator and go look for the opposite of these values. So we do 3x to the third minus 6x squared minus 6x minus 9. Go to the table and we find there's a 0 right there. So 3 is a 0. So we're looking for x minus 3 here, which is C. Write the following in standard form. You need to distribute. We get this. Write it in standard form. It's degree 5. It has 2 terms. It's a binomial. Write the expression as a polynomial in standard form. This is number 3. And I'll work that problem right here. You need to use FOIL. X times x is x squared plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. X squared plus 7x plus 10. Number 4, find the zeros. You set each of those equal to 0. We get 0, 4, and negative 5. Number 5 asks you to use synthetic division. You're going to put negative 3 in the corner, and you are going to list the coefficients, and then you're going to divide. And we got 1. So if we started on x to the 4th, that would be 1x cubed minus 10x squared plus 20x minus 58. Number 6 asks us to factor. When you factor this, you're going to get x squared minus 4 times x squared minus 9. These are both the difference of squares. They will factor again into x minus 2 times x plus 2 and x minus 3 times x plus 3. Solve on number 7. You solve by moving the 144 over. Here's number 7. Getting 144 moved over, and then you factor x squared minus 4 times x squared minus 36. Both of those will factor one more time into x plus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 6 times x minus 6. Set those equal to 0. Negative 2, 2, negative 6, and 6 are your solutions. Find the roots of the polynomial. Make the factors of 30 and the factors of 1 form your ratios. Problem number 8. These are the possible numbers. Then we put that in our calculator. So we go to y equals. Go to the table, and we find 2 and 3 are both zeros. You need to synthetically divide by 2. Then you need to synthetically divide by 3. You end up with x squared plus 5 equals 0. And when you solve, you get plus or minus I square roots of 5. 2, 3, I square roots of 5, and negative 5 square roots of 5. Number 9, you have these rational coefficients. Find 2 more. You just change them so they have different signs. So it's 1 minus the square root of 6 and 1 plus the square root of 6. It's 2 minus the square root of 5 and 2 plus the square root of 5. Find a third degree polynomial that has rational coefficients of negative 6, 2 plus I. Well, do you know that the third one's going to be 2 minus I? Place those in your parentheses, and then just be careful as you distribute. Final answer here is x cubed plus 2x squared minus 19x plus 30. 11, for this equation, find the number of complex and real roots. Complex roots come in pairs. So if there's 4 roots, 4 of them can be complex, 2 of them can be complex, or 0. The real roots are whatever's left over, so it's 0, 2, or 4. Excuse me for that small commercial break we had to have. Seems that my students want their time in the spotlight. Anything else y'all need to say or do?
We're good.
You good? Jonathan, you got any quotes? Any trash to treasure quotes you want to share today?
Jonathan has a quote. What's your favorite quote?
I have a quote.
The roof. Oh, the roof is not my son, but I will raise it.
There we go. And we're back to Algebra 2. Find all the zeros of the given one here in 13. Here's where I worked 13. You set it up, it's 2x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 53x squared minus 125x plus 75. Find these from the calculator, synthetically divide, take what's left, solve, and you get 1, 1.5, 5i, and negative 5i. 14, Vern has 8 books to line up on a shelf so he can arrange them in 8 factorial. That's 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 different ways. Jenny has 4 books. She can arrange them in 4 factorial ways. And that's 24. And when you subtract, you get 40,296. 17 asks you about volume. You are given the volume